Hello, Flosstube. I'm Nicole.
And I'm Bec.
And this is DDsFlosstube number 6. We're here today to talk about our cross stitch and some of our life stuff and different things that are happening here at DD's. So some of you may know that I have just got back from a epic road trip, 6,000 kilometres in 7 days. It turned out to be nearly 7,000 kilometres in 8 days because we got rerouted. So we have not put out a floss tube for 2 weeks, so we have got a lot to cover today. Hopefully we won't keep you too long, but you'll enjoy what we're going to be talking about today. So Bec, what were you up to while I was away?
I was here, manning the fort.
Yeah, she was doing all the mailing out,
all the posting,
and some unpicking.
Some unpicking and some binding.
Yeah. What else did you do? Did you go away? Didn't you go away for a weekend too?
Yeah, I went away that weekend. Went and checked out a camping spot for Christmas.
Cool.
Yep. We actually found another spot as well, which we're going to add to our list.
Where's that at?
That one is a bit further down from where we're going for Christmas.
Yep.
That's Imbil, and it's south of Kenilworth, where where Kenilworth cheese.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's a bit further south of there, but it's for high clearance 4-wheel drives only.
Oh, so you can't go.
It's okay.
Are you going to lift the Commodore up?
I got me Jackaroo there. She's just got to get on the road.
Okay, cool. So you got to get that on the road by when?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, cool.
We haven't planned that one yet.
Okay.
But Christmas,
this Christmas you're going to Imbil, and then you found another spot for the next time, whenever.
Next camping day.
Yeah. Awesome.
But it was really nice. So we went to there's like 4 camping areas.
Yep.
Which have toilets.
Oh, awesome.
That's all allocated areas.
Yep.
With the one that we went past, and then we went to there was a day area where you can go and have a barbecue, and it was really nice. We went and had lunch there, so we all jumped in the 2 4-wheel drives and
off you went.
Yeah.
And what did the kids think of it?
They loved it.
They're excited.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So do they think they're going this Christmas to that spot, or?
No, they know where we're going for this Christmas, which is.
Have you been there before?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a new spot. I suggested a new spot for this Christmas.
Oh, awesome.
And there's deers there, and there's lots for the kids to do as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a really good park.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Excellent.
And we're camping by a creek, crystal clear water.
Hopefully it doesn't rain.
It's not going to rain. It's going to be lovely and nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
When are you going? Is that after Christmas or before?
No, over Christmas.
Actually, you do Christmas at the campsite and everything. Oh, awesome. That's wicked. We love our summers here because you can go out camping. Sorry for those people that are snowed in. But, hey.
That's what you get down here.
Yeah, so that's just how we roll down here. Cool. That sounds like a really nice spot.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah. And, there's a couple of deers that were there that day we were there roaming around. We think they were just wild ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes. Cool. I just had visions of I won't tell you what visions I had.
Deer in the headlights.
Yeah. You walk out in the middle of the night to go to the toilet and face to face with a deer. Oh my God. I'll hear the scream from here. That's so funny.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
You most probably might.
I know that's probably how I would react if I walked like straight into the face of a deer in the middle of the night, going to the toilet, half asleep. What the hell?
Yeah.
I could just see it now. Oh, well, you might have to take the camera with you, and see if it happens to anybody else, and you can film. And we can have a camping bloopers reel. Yeah. So is your Tennille going?
Yeah.
Like the whole family going?
Whole family. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's really good. Yeah, we just sort of cruise here and do nothing on Christmas because we're so hectic all year round. So we just like to stay at home and we just don't go anywhere. We do the morning and then Brendan usually toddles off to the workshop or out to the shed and he works on his cars. Last year he got his Christmas present is to just go and do his own thing. So last year he got 24 hours and he's done a motor swap and all sorts of stuff. He was wrapped. He was over in the workshop by himself because no one was there. We're closed for those days. Yep. So he was really happy with that. So apparently he's doing that again this year. And I said last night to him, oh, really, are you? Nice discussion.
What if we had plans?
Yeah, fully. I'm thinking that I'm actually going to take a week between and go to a holiday house somewhere just to get away from the house because I live and work here. Yeah. So, I'll do a tour one day. Basically, my front veranda's been closed in, and that's where my shop, where my long arm machine is, where we do all our filming, all our stitching, all our crazy Friday nights and all the rest of it. And so my bedroom is right there. And I basically walk out. But I treat it as two different places because I think you'd go absolutely balmy because I've been doing this for nearly since end of 2011. I've been here. So, we're going into 2020. So that's a long time for someone to just be working at home. So I've really had to train myself that, once I come across that threshold through that door out to the front, that's it, I'm at work. And I find myself hanging here too, like just doing stitching and stuff and all the rest of it because it is my sewing room as well.
Yeah, and it's a great setup that you have here. So
it's a nice.
That's why I hang out here.
Yeah, I know. She doesn't even have one at home. She comes here. And so I just find it a lot. Like it does sometimes get a bit monotonous. So that week that we just had away, we went to Uluru because Uluru, you're not allowed to climb on it anymore after. And I can see why. Like now having been there for the first time in my life, I can see why the authorities are closing it down because, oh my God, it is so dangerous. And I've never known my husband to be fearful of anything that I've wanted to do. And I could hear the fear in his voice when I started going up that rock. So I didn't go all the way up. I just couldn't do it. I was getting a bit woozy from my fear of heights and stuff like that. You know what? And I don't care that I'm scared of heights. It's obviously a reason why I'm scared of heights, and I'll just roll with that. It doesn't affect my life too much. I'll go on roll. It's really strange, my fear of heights. Like, I think it comes from when I fell out of a tree when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Because I used to climb trees all the time.
Yeah.
And then I fell out of a tree and then I stopped climbing trees. But I'll get on a horse, which is high. I'll go on a roller coaster, which is high.
Yeah.
But I think I've got the security. I'm strapped in for that sort of stuff. Yeah.
You're secure.
But mountain climbing and where there's ropes involved, or in the case of Uluru, no ropes.
Yeah.
Basically, I think that has just been from those experiences as a child. And so I've never really pushed it. And I went there to push it and I was gung-ho to go and do it, but then there was a lady in front of me, which was great. Like, I was really happy that she was there. But she kept talking about being fearful and stuff like that. I think that, and I couldn't get past her, so, which I wanted to do. But I just, So in the end, I could hear the fear in Brendan's voice, and I just went, no, I won't do it. If it's going to upset him and make him feel very insecure, I don't want to do that to another person because that's just not the right thing to do. Yeah. And basically, but I was happy with how far I got up.
Yeah.
And Savannah only went so far up as well, and she sort of balked at it as well. And she's not scared of heights as far as I know.
Oh, okay.
Like, really, she might have a little bit of a fear of heights because it's high. I mean, everybody's got that.
Done it before.
Yeah, everybody's sort of, when you've never done it, you're going to have that sort of, oh my God, am I doing the right thing? Yeah, that's just a survival thing. But so I got up far enough and I ended up meeting a whole group of ladies that were absolutely lovely. And we were all chatting about it. And one of them said, I climbed it when I was younger and I just don't know why I can't do it now. Like, she really couldn't do it. And I just sort of looked at her and I said, are you a mum? And she goes, yeah. I said, do you think that you got a little bit fearful after you became a mum? And she goes, that is so right. Because it just all sort of fell into place then, because you have that protection thing that you've got to protect your kids and stuff like that, and you do get a little bit. I know when I became a mum, there was a lot of things that I stopped doing.
Yep.
That were risky in other people's eyes, like in an older person's eyes, would have been risky behaviour. Not stupid stuff, but, you know, like still risky behaviour. You know, there's not a good outcome if something happens. So that is a risky behaviour, whether it be horse riding, stuff like that. So, yeah. So that was sort of the conclusion that we came to.
And I have to agree with that.
Yeah, and we're all sticking to that.
Yeah. There's certain things like that. Like, even movies that I used to watch, and now, like, because, like, I watched a movie not long after Talon was born, and then I just went, oh my God, no. Yeah. I couldn't watch it.
Yeah, it's amazing just how, like, I used to watch horror movies and all that sort of stuff. I still watch horror movies, but Brendan doesn't like them.
See, I still watch some, but now it's just if it involves certain like children
and stuff like that. Yeah, see, I draw the line at that. I've always drawn the line at that. My all-time favourite movie, actually, horror movie, would be the Freddy Krueger movies.
Oh.
Because they're a psychological, like he plays psychological warfare pretty much with them. Yeah, and I, years and years ago, Michelle and I used to, and a friend of Melissa, we were going to TAFE to finish our school certificate.
Yeah.
And we used to go at night. And they had really long hallways at this, and TAFE, it's like a college for our American friends. So and they call it TAFE here. So and really long corridors, and we were running, and in one of the movies, Freddie appears at the school and goes, "No running in the hallways," and he does this with his hands, and I just stopped as we were tearing down these halls because we had 5 minutes before class started, and we're bolting down to go to the toilet, and this teacher was notorious for not letting you go to the toilet, and we'd been out to dinner and everything prior, so we'd had Coke and and all that sort of stuff, and had a couple of drinks and and all the rest of it, so we were running late, so we were running down, and I just stopped dead. And I've gone no running in the hallways and done it. And both Michelle and Melissa absolutely wrapped themselves. They just freaked out. And I'm just like, laughing. Got ya. They never let me live that down. And they reckon that I just sounded like him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'd watched it that many times. And then I watched it with another girl for the first time. And we watched it in another suburb, and then we had to walk home. This is back in the 80s.
Yeah.
So, back then, like these days, no one walks around in the middle of the night. No. Girls just don't do that. Me and two other girls are walking home, and one of the girls had never seen the movie before, and she started hearing noises and got all paranoid and all this. And we were like, I was still living at home, so I must have been about 15 at the time, maybe, 15. And it was just before I left home, and we had to walk through this quarry to get home. Like there was a quarry on one side, and there was a big paddock up the top, and there was all these houses around it, and it was where we used to keep all our horses. This quarry, it was council land, and we were allowed to tether out. Like you wouldn't be allowed to do that now.
No.
We were allowed to tether our horses there and stuff like that, and then the council didn't have to mow it because everybody had sort of a plot, and it wasn't fenced or anything like that. They were tethered by rope on swivel hooks and stuff. Yeah. And then the quarry was fenced, and we were allowed to keep our horses in there to keep the grass down and stuff like that. Well, we had to walk through this, and it was like near midnight, and this girl lost the plot. She grabbed both me and this other girl. I can't remember who the other girl was because that was her friend. Yeah. That grabbed us by the arm and just dragging us through the quarry. It was just so funny. Like some of the things that this girl, like she used to get really freaked out by horror movies, and we didn't do it to like we used to say to her, "This is the movie we're watching." We'd do the whole spoiler thing. Yep. Tell her exactly what was going to happen. We don't think it's for you, Sonia. That you really shouldn't watch it, but she would watch them all the time. Like, so she made her own choice. Yeah. She made an informed choice, but
that's it.
And then she'd freak out and drag you through a quarry.
As you do.
As you do.
At midnight.
It wasn't quite midnight, but it was about 11:30 at night. It was late. It was late for young girls to be walking home, and like the quarry actually sort of divided the suburbs. So when I say I was in the next suburb, I was only like maybe 7 or 8 streets away from my street. Yeah. But Australia, it's quite a big area, so and our streets are quite wide as well. Yeah, they are. Especially down New South Wales where I was living at the time. So anyway, enough about movies and stuff like that and fear. But that was what we did, and we went to the underground mine and the motel. Excuse me. Went to the underground motel and the mine at Coobapedy. That was quite fun, and we slept at the motel underground, and I mean, if you've never done that before, go do it. Put it at the top of your put it at the top of your bucket list. Go to a mining town where here in Australia, some of the mining towns are dug in underground. They live underground as well because it can get up to 50 degrees, which is well into the hundreds of Fahrenheit. That's really hot. So it's too hot to be out living above ground. So they go underground where it's a consistent 20 to 25 degrees. And it was really good. And it was so quiet. There was no noise. There was none of that hum of electricity. There was none of that white noise that's just there all the time. Oh, wow. And Brendan woke up and he goes, "I don't know what time And we didn't want to move because Mia was in the room with us. So we all slept in the one room, and Mia, we had the girls in the single bed, and then we just made up a makeshift bed for her. And then Brendan didn't want to move because we didn't want to wake her up, because once Mia's up,
she's awake and going.
Yeah, so basically we were sort of just laying there. It wasn't that late, like it was about 7 o'clock when we woke up. Okay. But it was just so dark, and it was just so peaceful.
Because it was different to just sleeping in, like even a normal motel room.
Yeah, like it was, because we slept in one the night before.
Yeah.
And like the girl said to me, "Oh, gee, Mum, you were snoring last night." I'm like, that's because I had the best sleep ever. Like I seriously, that night's sleep was the best night's sleep. There was no dogs barking. There was no white noise. There was no cars driving past. You were underground. You were like, if you haven't gone over to King of Toe Crew, go over to their channel, and even on my channel here, I've got a playlist of all our videos that we've put up so far, and there is one there for the underground motel. Like, you can't hear a car, you can't hear a bird, you can't hear anything. It's just you are in the earth and you are sleeping, and there was just something about that that was just so peaceful. Oh.
My dad used to work out that way.
Okay, yeah.
So they'd go through Cooper Pedy.
Yeah.
Every so often, and that's when I first heard about the underground motels and stuff like that. And I've had an interest for that. So
cool. Yeah, it's really
definitely
good.
Add it to the list.
Definitely add it to the list. And we went through. I've got some footage and stuff that I've still got to edit together myself, of just the little snippets of things that I did on the holidays. It's not anything that Brendan sort of was involved in. It was just, I went through it and I found a singer-song machine. So I've got some footage of that. And, so I'm going to put them together over the next week or so, and that'll go up as well, just my little take on the couple of things that we did. I got some new jewellery while I was there as well. Yes. So I got my necklace, and I got a ring as well. I don't know if you can see that, but I got that as well. And the girls got a ring each. This one I actually bought. I didn't actually want a ring. I just wanted a necklace. I got this ring to give to Mia when she's older. So when she's 13, she'll get that.
Yep.
And, so just a, little memory for her that she was there too, and causing trouble.
As she does.
Yeah, she does. So, it was a really good trip. Like, it was very much needed, even though it was so quick and so fast and all the rest of it. But that was a part of King of Toe's channel. So it was about getting in this car and just doing the most amount, a road trip in it. And it just happened to turn out that we were doing a complete circle.
Yep. And you got to go to Uluru.
Yeah. And
that was on your list.
Yeah, that was on my bucket list. So, and I wanted to sort of see if I could climb it. So, But we're going to go back to Uluru as well. And Savannah and I and Neralee are going to do the camel tours that they've got up there. And Brendan wants to ride around the base of on his push bike, so we're going to do that. And so hopefully by then Mia will be able to ride her bike, because she's in the process of learning how to do that, so that'll be good for her. So and she was telling everybody about the VN.
Oh, was she?
Yes. As they were coming down, she was telling them about the VN. It was so funny. She thought it was great. So, but other than that, nothing much has been happening. We're in the process of getting ready for retreat, so that's all underway at the moment. So I've come back and hit the ground running.
Yeah, you did.
Insane world here at the moment. But we're here to talk about cross stitch and what we've been up to. So, Bec, you can go first for whips.
Okay.
Whip it.
Whip. Rightio. So, the first one I'm going to show is our stitch along.
Cool. Have you got the chart? No? I'll grab the chart.
No, I don't have the chart.
I've got the chart. I've got the chart.
Okay. I haven't got much done while you're away.
Oh, didn't you?
No.
I don't even know what she's done. So we haven't really seen each other until yesterday. And yesterday we were doing a live tutorial, and basically then we just got stuck into work. So this is the one that we're doing. This is
Spring.
Seasonal Celebrations Spring by Country Cottage Needleworks. So that is it there. So it's very cute. I love it.
Yes, and that's our stitch along.
And that is, we've got it hashtag as Nicole and Bec Spring, and this is what you've done.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
So you've got the post and
so I've done the post and part of the yeah, that's all that part of with the brown there.
Yeah.
That's all done. That's finished.
Yep.
So next I was thinking of moving on to the first letter for the banner, which is the S.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that last night.
Yep.
And I thought, that's what I'm going to move on to.
There's the banner that goes across that spells out spring. So, yeah, no, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Cool. You made some progress. That's all right.
Yeah.
On that. Cool. There you go.
Enjoyed that. So, yeah.
And what else have you worked on?
And I have, okay, the infamous Eat, Sleep, Stitch, Repeat.
Okay, so it's by the one that I gifted.
And I acquired.
So that's by Laurie Holt, and it's supplied by Itso Emma Stitchery through the Fat Quarter Shop, and we'll leave a link down below for anybody that's chasing that. But we have some issues.
Yes. Nicole didn't like
I didn't like working on 10 count vintage cloth. Didn't like it at all. So I gifted it a couple of weeks ago over to Bec.
Yep.
And Bec, what's your set?
I finally got it out
Yep.
to do some.
Yep.
And so I could have my own opinion.
Yep.
So I got the P done. And the dot.
The dot. Awesome.
So, but that's finished now with that colour. So I've just got to move on.
Yep.
And I do want to finish this.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I'll hold it up so you see a little bit closer.
Yeah.
So I had done the Eat and part of Sleep, and you finished off the P and the dot.
Yeah.
So, and what's your opinion of the cloth now that you've had a play with it?
The white cloth?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Okay.
Because I have been using...
Yeah, so this is the same cloth.
This is the same cloth.
For a different pattern. It's I think it's called Oatmeal, and it's the other pattern that she's working.
Oatmeal one.
So this is a 10 count as well, isn't it? And it's the vintage cloth, the same as the white one.
Exactly the same, just different colours.
Yep.
And I enjoy working on this.
Yep.
This was doing my head in.
And why was it doing your heading?
I don't know. It just moved different. Like...
Yep. That's the same thing. That's the same issue that I had. It just kept moving on me. It, you can't get your tension right.
Yeah, the tension. That was a big issue for me.
Because the fibres, so I'll bring it up a bit closer. It's 10 count, and it does look a little bit bigger on camera. But you can see there, just me running my finger across it, it actually moves. And when you've got your thread going in there, you cannot get, and you can see, like, we're only new at this, and this is just our opinion. Other people might love it. This is just what we've experienced on this, on this one chart.
And Nicole's only used the white in the vintage cloth, whereas I've used both.
Yeah, so I just don't like it, and I actually don't like the look of the vintage cloth at all. That is just my personal opinion, and I've got some more opinions about cloth and all the rest of it that I'll get in when I show you some of my stuff.
Okay.
On that, but. This here, like even the feel of this one, like I don't have to work with this. I know that this feels completely different, and it doesn't move like how this one does. You can see that it doesn't. Your stitches are more defined, and they don't look so, I don't know. I just can't explain it either.
No,
like it's really, So our advice to anybody that is doing this and you're working on the vintage cloth, the called for cloth, can you leave us an opinion down below this video, and you tell us what you think about it? Are we being just too picky?
We're only new to it, so I don't think we are being picky.
Yeah, and we are working on other cloths. So we are working on Ada, and we have got some linen that we're working on, an even weave, and so like we are playing around with the different fabrics, but by far this 10 count, and I've had some people say that 10 count's not great to work with anyway. So
I only worked on the oatmeal one.
Yep.
And I was a bit like, the tension was a little bit of an issue for me.
Yeah.
But since working on this,
not so much now.
I'm not too worried about this.
Cool. Awesome.
This has given me a whole...
So, and you've only done one letter.
And I've only done one letter.
Yeah, and it's given you grief. Yeah.
Yep.
I definitely don't like it. That's why you have it.
I'll finish it. I want to finish it.
Yeah. And I'm actually going to stitch this chart out. I'm just going to do it on something different.
Yeah. Yep. It's not like you don't like the chart.
No, I like the chart. I love the chart. The chart's great. I love it. Like, it's a cute little chart. You can put it in a frame. And it'll, you know, I mean, realistically. So, yeah. Who doesn't do that? And so the other one that you're working on is...
And that was the country cottage.
Oh, yeah.
Quilter's cottage.
So, yeah. So she's working on the quilter's cottage and you're just doing the alphabet at the moment.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I haven't really done too much more. But yeah, I'm still doing that one. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's a nice pattern.
I like this pattern, yes.
I love the quilts in it.
Yeah.
But then I'm a quilter, so yeah.
But that's what drew my attention as well when I first saw it when you showed me.
So that was the first one that I bought.
Yeah.
I actually bought this as a gift for Bec because I just thought she'd like it as well. And, you know, she's into quilting and stuff like that as well. So I thought it was great that we could both do the same chart together, basically. Yeah. Because I've got it as well, so...
And we like it.
Yeah. I think it's cute.
The quilts.
Yeah.
I love the quilts. They're so cute.
Alrighty. So is that all you worked on?
That's all I've worked on.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Well, as I said, I've been away for, I was away for 8 days. I took all my stitching with me and I didn't stitch a stitch, basically. But I have been back since last Friday. So I've been back for about 5 days. I didn't really do anything on the weekend because I sort of just walked in the door and collapsed. And that's where
because
I
that was Friday you got back and then it was
we got
weekend,
back
so.
Friday 5 o'clock we got back. I did a live from Roma, which is about 6 hours away from where I live, and if you haven't seen it, it's called Ace Draper's walkthrough Friday. Finish it Friday. Go and have a look. And you know what I found really, it was a great store, but I was a little bit disappointed that as the quilter in me, I loved the shop. As the cross stitcher in me, I was disappointed because all the cross stitch, all the stuff that related to cross stitch, long stitch, tapestries, hand embroidery, all of that was just in, you know, your shopping baskets was just on the ground with stuff stacked on it. Like you had to rummage to find it. And I sort of gave up. All the fabrics, the linens, the whole lot, all just... You couldn't find anything, and I was that was the only thing that disappointed me because I did want to get a cross stitch from there and I didn't end up getting one because I just couldn't find anything. And most of the stuff I was hitting, there was cross stitches there, but they're not my cup of tea like they were.
Yeah, so you can't. There's no sense in buying something if it's...
Yeah, like there was one there that I was like I picked up one and it had galahs on it.
Oh yeah.
The pink and grey galahs. And then I flipped it over, and in the same series, they had a set of black cockatoos, the two different types of black cockatoos that we have here in Australia. And they're my favourite bird, the black cockatoos. If you see black cockatoos, it's going to rain. Rain's coming. So, and they've always been my favourite bird. And I couldn't find it. I found every other chart that was on the back of that one, but I couldn't find that one. But there was so many things that I didn't go through. So it's possibly that it could have been in there. He had latch hook stuff. He had so much stuff in there. If you haven't seen this video, go and watch it. It's on our Friday, Finish It Friday. It's the first one that'll come up on our playlists when you go to on a mobile phone. It's the first playlist. And it's just there, and it's just phenomenal. You've really got to see it to believe it. But it was
sitting here, watching on the computer, it was like, oh my god, it was just like,
and like Bec was here while I was live, and I'm like, oh Bec, I found the fabric that I need to finish a quilt because there's that much there, and it goes from the floor to the ceiling. So if you haven't had a look at that video, go and watch it because you're just going to sit there and you'll be picking your jaw up off the floor.
Yeah, I was sitting here.
Excuse me. It was just so funny. The stuff that was in there was just phenomenal.
Yeah, so much fabric. Like, how many aisles of fabric was
there? Was 3 aisles of fabric. 4. So down one side is like quilting fabric, down the other side is like home decor, dress fabrics, and all the rest of it. So you got like there's probably about 4 or 5. I don't know. There was a lot. But anyway, I have done a little bit of work since I got back. Not a lot because I've had to hit the ground running. I've got this retreat coming up. I'm trying to get things organised and all the rest of it. And people are asking to swap projects out and stuff like that. And I'm trying to navigate through that minefield and all the rest of it. So I haven't got a lot of stitching time in, and I've been helping Brendan get his stuff done for his channel and stuff as well. So that's sort of taken away from my stitching time. They have been told this weekend. So I have my time. I need some time to stitch. Thank you very much. So I have been working on the Quilter's Cottage, and as you know, I want to get this finished sooner rather than later because I want to put it up when I renovate out the front here. So I didn't get much more done on it, but I have finished its tree. So last time I showed you this, I had just started it and I had just done this part of the tree, and I've finished this and the bottom part. So yeah, so I can move on to some grass and stuff like that. And I like to start up in the top right hand corner when I start, because I stitch in hand and I just find it easier to start up in that corner. I don't know why.
Top right hand?
Top left hand, sorry.
Left hand.
That's all right. I'm directionally challenged this week. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so left hand corner, sorry. That's where I prefer to start. So I don't know why. I just do. I just automatically did that without thinking.
Yep. And see, that's like me with the spring one.
Yeah.
I've now gone, maybe I should have started on the right-hand side.
You can always go over and...
Yeah.
No, just have to count across.
Yep.
Just do the first line of the grass, and that takes you straight at the... So here, just do that bottom line of the grass, and that'll take me straight
across,
over. Yep. Yeah, and you'll be up, just do that bottom line, because I don't think there's anything else except a line of grass.
Yep.
And that'll take you over. I'll show you in a second. On that. So yeah, and then I was hunting around and I found I knew I had this little this needle book somewhere, and I pulled it out of a bag yesterday. And I'm like, oh, that's weird, because it's normally in my sewing basket where I do for my English paper piecing stuff, and it wasn't in there, and I went looking for it, so I found that, and then I've put a little needle minder on the front, and the needle minder is that strong that it actually holds my scissors in it.
Yeah.
So I've got some needles in there, and so you can see there, look. And I have a question though for everybody. I bought some needles, and I got this in it, and I have no idea what that is. So if you could leave in the comments, because we're new and we don't know what these tools are, if you can leave it, do you know what it is?
I have seen a pattern. There's like 5 or 6 pieces to this.
Yeah.
It's not actually a pattern. It's little separate objects, a bit like your mushroom pincushion.
Okay, yep.
And that is on one of them. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. I think it's... am I correct in saying it's a threader? Like it...
Well, it's not a needle threader because it's too thick to go through, and it's not a needle threader. But if you know what that is, okay, Bec's having a good bash at it, and I haven't looked it up because these only came in yesterday afternoon. Yes, yesterday afternoon. So, yeah, so that is what it is. If you know what that is, can you leave in the comments below and tell us what it is?
Because I can't remember off the top of my head.
So, yeah, so I found my little needle book, and I've put some needles in there. My scissors are in there.
And she was so excited when she found it.
Oh, I was. I know, I jumped out of my skin. So, and then I've put I'm starting to get all my project bags done. I made a couple yesterday for a tutorial here, and so that was one of them with a normal zip, and I've put a little zipper charm on that, and now I've got that in there, so I'm pretty happy, and I've made progress on that, so I'm pretty happy about it. This is progress, even if it's a little bit.
That's it.
I didn't work on my Christmas stuff, and I didn't work on my harvest, but I did do some work on my B1, and it sort of all fell out of the bag yesterday when I picked it up. So, but I did a little bit more of the border on where the bees are. Where's the chart? There it is. So there we go. So this is what I'm working on, okay? And I'm doing the top border at the moment. And last time I seen you, I had only done around about that much. So I've done a little bit more, not too much. But, you know, as I said, progress is progress, and I'm pretty happy with that. And I just went around the edge of my, I was just looking at that. Just used variegated thread around the edge of it. Well, it was in the sewing machine, so I'll just whip that around, and then that's done. And I also am working on, as soon as I get rid of all this over here. All right, I'm also working on Country Cottage Needleworks Spring. So as Bec was saying, this is our stitch along that we're doing on Facebook and Instagram, and the hashtag is Nicole and Bec Spring. So I actually have done a fair bit of this. Last time I showed you I had just started doing the house. Well, I'm almost finished doing the roof now. I finished the rest of the house, and how cute is that? So yeah, so as I was saying, Bec, you can just go, if you want to start on the other side, so you just go straight across. There's only that one spot.
Yeah, for that flower.
Yeah, and just go straight across for the bottom.
I might do that.
And then you can start from the other side. You'll probably feel more comfortable then, because Bec's left-handed.
Yeah.
So she would have been better off starting in the right-hand side. So same as when you do your diamond paintings and stuff like that, you start in the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah. Now that you say that, I do.
Yeah, so, yeah. But I'm really happy how that's coming along, and I'll be stitching some more of that. And little Mia comes out, oh, have you got a house now, Mima? You got a house now, Mima? She's so funny. Anytime I'm doing something, oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
I love how she does that.
Yeah, so beautiful, Mima. So beautiful. And if she's with Poppy, any of the cars or anything like that, so cool, Poppy. So cool. Right, she's got us wrapped around her little finger.
Oh, she sure does.
I'm telling you now. And every night when I tuck her into bed, she tells me how beautiful the quilt is.
She loves it.
It's a beautiful quilt, Mima. So that's all I've worked on in this week. So that's it.
Yep.
Yeah. So I've done my spring, which was a requirement. I've done a little bit on my bees.
Yep.
I wanted to do more, but I just didn't have the time. And I did a little bit on the quilter's cottage, which I'm probably going to stitch a lot more of that this week, because I really need to get that finished, because the bottom part of this is going in. Yeah. So I want to, get it finished and get it up in a frame and all the rest of it.
Ready to go when the new cupboards go in.
Alrighty, so next, have you been shopping is the $1 million question.
Of course I've been shopping. Of course. Yes, I didn't do a lot of shopping.
Okay, cool.
But I did get 2 more parts to my 12 Days of Christmas series.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
So I got 3 French hens.
Cool. Hold it up. A bit
closer. I love those hens.
That is so cute. When I said, I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Oh, that is part of your thing.
Yeah.
That's what is it? Cottage Garden Samplings.
Yes.
Yeah, 12 Days of Christmas is the chart, and we'll put a link down below where you can get that as well. So that is super cute.
Yep, and I got, okay.
All right, this
one, there's a bit of
okay.
backstory.
So this on here has 4 collie birds, okay? And the first, we actually thought it was wrong, and Bec definitely thought it was wrong. I had no idea, because I'm like, I can't even remember the song.
Yeah, but I said, when I used to sing it, like I'd sing 4 calling birds.
Yeah.
So that got us thinking. So Nicole jumped onto Google.
Yeah, and we did a Google search. The question we typed in was, what was it? Is it collie birds or calling birds?
Yeah.
And then we got, it took us over to, where was it? The Library of Chronicles. So it's actually pretty good.
Library of Congress.
No, Congress, sorry. Yeah. It's actually a pretty good site, because it has a lot of informational stuff on there. And yeah, so anyway, I'll let you explain.
What we found out was the correct term for calling birds. They're called calling birds now.
Yeah.
And that's the terminology they use in the song.
Yep.
But originally it was collie birds, which are, let me see.
Okay, so the word collie is black, okay?
Yeah.
So, and it referred to, basically, collie birds were known as blackbirds, and that you can see there that they're blackbirds depicted. You haven't got your glasses on, that's why.
I know, because I forgot them. I was using them.
And I've actually got a good memory when I read stuff, so I'm actually just going off my memory right now. So
let Nicole take it away.
So basically it's blackbirds. So collie is a word used to describe black. So the birds were blackbirds, and if you were a coal miner, you were a collier. And Yeah, and a colliery is a coal mine. But if so that's
the original
terminology of it. So mine. So no, it's not wrong.
It's not wrong.
No, it's the original. So that's what I said. That's
the proper version.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Maybe there is a different version than what we know.
Yeah,
and that's what we learned about that this morning.
That was so interesting.
Yeah, and there's a whole article on it, and about the bird, about the.
And it's got the
an old Christmas rhyme.
An old Christmas rhyme.
Yeah.
And it's even
different again. So we'll put the link down underneath this video and you can go and have a look for yourself.
So that is from...
There you go. There's there. Calling birds are thought originally to have been collie or collie as in COLLIE. Birds. Collie meant black as black as coal. Like a collier, a coal miner, and a colliery is a mine. So collie birds would have been blackbirds. So that was what it was. And there's a whole obviously has been a debate about it because on the front, the first
name
page,
of the article.
Is it 4 calling birds or 4 collie birds? A 12 days of Christmas debate is the heading. Okay, so we'll put and you can go and have a read. I mean, it's really interesting. Yeah, like we found it interesting. You might find it interesting as well. So that was just a little bit of a backstory on that because both of us thought it was wrong.
Yeah.
That no offense to the that's what we grew up with, calling birds.
Yeah, and was my initial thing when I was reading. I'm like, 4 collie birds. I'm like, but I used to sing calling birds. That's not right. Yeah.
So cool.
So
we've learnt something today.
And that Christmas rhyme comes from a newspaper.
Yes.
From 1869.
The Evening Telegraph it was in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So and it was published on page 6,
January 7th,
1869. So that it's got a lot of interesting stuff there.
Yeah. So if you're interested in that, go and read that with the link down below.
Well, I found it very interesting.
I did. Like we were both amazed at oh wow.
We almost didn't do the video because we were, hey, we're supposed to be recording right now. Let's get to this before it takes all day.
Yeah, so they're my 2 that I got.
Yeah, so they are super cute. So you've got more coming?
More coming.
So you're only up to 4, so you've got a few more coming.
I do. I have.
Spacing it out. So did you get anything else?
No, that's it. Yeah, I was busy here moving the fort, so I didn't have time.
Yeah. Her delicate fingers were sore from unpicking.
Oh my God.
She sends me a message and goes, my delicate fingers aren't coping with all the unpicking. We had to unpick.
I said, my first message was, I hate unpicking.
Yeah, well, there was that. I was going to the funny part of the story. Everybody hates unpicking. That's just the gift. And I think I typed that. I was welcome to the club or something along those lines. But when she typed back to me, I was actually in the passenger seat and I was reading it out and I read it to Brendan and both Brendan and I looked at each other and just cracked up laughing. The delicate fingers, petal. is the first thing that we thought, petal. So that was quite funny. You gave us a good giggle on the road, you know.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm here for.
That's what you're heading for, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then I got some cryptic puzzle messages. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about, man.
I'm just trying to do the posting.
I'm confused. I think I typed back at one stage because most of our conversations were done by text because
because you were in and out of service.
Yeah. So I basically
verbal conversations.
Yeah, I'd come into service and I'd go, ding, ding, ding. So I'd jump on and I answered all the questions and then I'd be out of service again. And then I'd have to sit there waiting for some more service to come back in. And it's just the nature of travelling around here. So
especially out that way.
My question is, okay, you can talk to someone on the moon. Okay, why can we not have mobile service that covers all our country? We are not on the moon for flipping sake.
No. Exactly.
Why? Why, people? Tell me. Anyway, back to haul. That's my gripe. Okay, so this is about 3 weeks worth of haul that I've got here because I got some stuff in just after the last Flosstube we done, and it's been 2 weeks since we've done one. So there's been
the mail has been coming, and there's been a few parcels.
Yeah, so this has been over the last couple of weeks. So the most recent one that I got, which I got yesterday, was my Boo Chalkful came in. So I'm pretty happy about that. I've joined the Chalkful Club through the Fat Quarter shop. So this is the little chart that's come in. It's so cute. It's by Hands On Design, and it's a it's a combination of artistry and pattern designing between Priscilla Blaine and Hands On Design. So that is just super cute. I can't wait to stitch that. So that's going into my Halloween bag that I made yesterday. And to go with it, I got some Zappy Dots. I got a little needle minder to go with it. It is so cute. I love it. It's got a little pumpkin. I just don't know if I can get close enough. It says Boo. So I love that.
Oh my God.
And the kit, and then excuse me.
Oh my God.
I'm just looking as I put it under my hand and slide it across the table.
You didn't see that?
No, I didn't. Not at all.
You won't miss it.
So, I also got, so you can see on the chart, there's some pins up the top on the chart, this part, and then down on the smalls, which is there, my hand's covering, there's some more pins. So I'm actually making both of these, and I got the little pins to go with it. So it's got a little mason jar in it and a little ghost, and so I got 2 sets of those. It's got a little ghost and a little bat. So they're super cute. So I got them to go, because I'm actually going to complete it how it's completed here, you know. I know.
It's going to look so good.
So unimaginative, I know. I'm just copying the designer. But, you know, hey, when you're time poor and you want to get stuff finished, sometimes you just need that inspiration.
But when something looks
good. Yeah.
Why not?
I know. So, yeah, so I really like it. I probably won't do the green dot in the back. I'll probably do something a little bit different. But generally, that's what I'm going to do. So I got all the bits and pieces for that. And part of the group, you get all the floss. So they're all the flosses that came with it as well. And you also get and I went for 14 count Ada because I didn't know any different. So I went for that, and that comes with it as well. So that's pretty much just kitted out, and I can start that anytime. But I am actually not going to start that until I'm finished my harvest one, which I haven't done any work on, but that's nearly done. Like that's...
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I've only got... Well, it's not nearly done, but it's close to being done because I'm on the jar.
Yeah,
I've only got,
too.
Yeah, I've only got a few. Sorry about all the rustling there, people. I've only got a few flowers to do. I think there's only 6 flowers left to do and a few leaves, and then the jar. And so I'm pretty happy about that. So it is moving along quite nicely. And then I went shopping because I'm doing my beehive one, and I was just window shopping. As I do on Etsy, and favourite, you know, this and wish list that and add that into the basket and then change your mind about it because you found something better. I started doing my bee one, and I've got this little bug going on where I've got to have matching needle minders or themed needle minders for what I'm doing. So if I'm doing a Christmas one, I'll have a Christmas one. If I'm doing, you know, Boo, I've got the Boo one. If I'm doing the harvest one, I've got the harvest one. So I don't know. I just, Anyway. And I was going along and I come across Ginger Stitch AU, which is a shop here in Australia on Etsy. And you wait till you see this. You're going to, like, it is so cute.
I'm looking at it and I'm like...
I got myself a needle minder. It's honeycomb and a little bee, and that came from Ginger Stitch AU on Etsy. We'll leave a link down below where you can get it. And the best part was I even got myself a 10% off on the bottom. So yeah, so that's got 10% off. So I'm going shopping again because there was a few others that I've seen that I like. So yeah, that is so cute. Oh man, I'll just turn it away from the words and you'll be able to see it a bit better on the back. Right, the other way.
Other side.
Yeah, it grabbed it and took it when I didn't want it to. Alrighty, so there you go. You can see it a bit better now. Is that focusing? Yeah. Yeah. That's so cute. I love it. So that's going to be cute on my little beehive one. So, and that was $5.99 Australian.
I think I might need to go shopping.
I don't know if they've got any left. I might go and buy more. I'll race you.
I've got my phone. I'm ready to go.
I'll race you. So yeah, I got that. So that's super cute. I'm happy with that. That's going to go into my my beehive one.
Yeah.
And then this come in a couple of weeks ago, and I forgot to actually show you. So the rest of and I got this from the Threaded Needle in Victoria.
Yep.
And this is Farmhouse Christmas by Little House Needleworks. And I got the rest of the blocks. So these have all come in, so I can turn those into little ornaments. So I've got the farm one, and I love that one. That is so cute. And for those that haven't seen, look, that's so cute. And then there's the horse one. Again, cute. And this is my favourite. It's got the little truck in it. That is so cute. I'm actually going to probably stitch that one twice because I'll have it as an ornament, but I'll also have it as a little picture.
Framed.
Yeah,
yep,
a little picture.
One.
But the problem is I'm sort of in two minds whether I'm actually going to do it all as one big piece and have it as like a picture, or whether I'm going to do it as ornaments.
Right. This is the conversation.
Yeah, we've had this conversation before, and I still haven't decided, so I haven't started them yet. But they're there now. I've got them, and I can do them anytime. So I'm sort of just building my stash at the moment of things that I might like. I don't necessarily want to do them all right now, so I'm just building my stash. Slowly or fastly, I don't know, whichever way you want to describe it.
I think I'd describe it as fast.
Well, not really.
No.
No, not really. I just, yeah.
How many weeks has it been?
Well, I've actually been shopping longer than you.
Yeah, I know. You started a while ago.
Well, yeah, I started about 6 weeks before you, 6 or 8 weeks before you. So I was just starting to get stuff. And so basically what I do is I put everything into a wish list, and then basically if I've got a little bit of spare cash, I'll just buy it. So sometimes I might, have a little bit of leftover money from shopping, so I'll buy it with whatever's left over. So I might go buy 1 or 2 charts. And because it's all like some of it comes from overseas, sometimes it all just arrives at one time, but it's been over 3 or 4 weeks that I've shopped.
Yeah.
So while it looks like I'm just spending copious amounts of money, I'm actually not. From Journey of Stitcher, I am. But yeah, anyway. So the other week I was, I can't remember what group I was in, but anyway, I'd seen something on Instagram, and there was this mystery sew along. So it's for Christmas, and it's called Deck the Halls, and I think every month something comes out. I can't remember. I'll have to read, because this was a couple of weeks ago that I got this. So I basically got this Caterpillar cross stitch Deck the Halls counter cross stitch kit, and it's from caterpillarcrossstitch.com. And basically it comes with everything. So it comes with this cute little caterpillar card with all the floss on it. You can't see what it is because it is a mystery. It's a stitch along. And I'm pretty sure that they send it out. I'll have to go back and read all the there's no paperwork with it. I don't know what happened. Mia was helping me unpack. And when Mia helps me unpack, things go walking. And I think she threw it out because she would have thought it was rubbish.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, it comes with basically all the threads that I need. It's got the cloth in it, and it is 18 count.
Oh, okay.
That I'm doing it on, and I'm pretty excited about it. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty modern. And what drew me to their website was this one here, which is Hello Pumpkin. So if you go and search on Caterpillar Cross Stitch, they've just finished this one. So this was one that they'd done through winter here. And so I got that. It's super cute. It's got like all forest animals, and it's in the shape of a tree. So I have actually seen that stitched out. But yeah, I'll put a link down below. And then I couldn't help myself because I just thought this was adorable. Check out this bag. Like, how cute is this bag? I'm going to use it as pencil case. I'm not going to use it for cross stitch, but like, it is just super cute. I don't even think it'll fit the chart in it, but
I don't think
it's so cute. And part of the Christmas one, it came with this. I seen this on Stitch Crafts with George. She had this, and I didn't know where she got it from. I missed one, and I never went back to check. But I got a little gingerbread man for my Christmas stitchies. How cute is that? Look how cute he is. Can't catch me on the gingerbread man. That's the first thing I said when I opened it. The girls just look at me and go, I'm related to her. And I go, ah. So basically, but how cute is that? Look, that is so cute. So I've got those ones there, and Yeah, so I'm pretty happy about that. I can't wait to start those. So it is 111 stitches by 200 stitches.
Yep.
And it's on... Oh, it must be on 14 count. No, I'm pretty sure I chose 18 count. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and have a look. I've got the receipt in my email, so I don't have a look at that. So I got that. That came while I was away. And then the lovely Nicole from Journey of a Stitcher has been posting out to me again.
I know. I was collecting the mail.
And I've got something else from her as well, which I'll let you know about. So I, as you know, I changed the colours up in my Where Are the Bees, and I've changed the blue again, and I'm going to use this teal colour on that, and with the grey. So that's the grey that I'm doing on the border, and it's called Graphite by Weeks Dye Works. And I seen this and I could only get one. It's called Beehive, but I'm not using that in the Beehive one, but I just love it. Like, look at those colours in it. I just had to get that. So I got those. And she also sent me a free chart as well, which is Clear Sailing. So that's a C one. So she's given me a couple from the Cricket collection. So that's that one. She's given me that for free as well. And these, I had to get these. I've got this area out in my kitchen where I'm going to put these. I'm going to frame them in the long frames, how they've got them framed as well. I'm probably not going to do them on the colours that they've chosen on their fabrics. And I'm not going to do them on the, can't remember what it said. It was a really high up linen. I'm not going to do it on that. I am going to do it on probably 28 count. Okay. And I've got a buffet out there, and I've got an area where I'm going to decorate the seasons and whatnot. So I ended up getting the Cricket collection spring one. So that's it there. And I also got the winter, summer and autumn one as well. So I do like the seasons. Like, they're just so really, they're really, really nice.
It says autumn, does it? It doesn't say fall.
It says autumn, yeah. It actually says autumn. So, which is good because we don't call it fall here. We call it autumn. And then you've got the winter one, which I actually do like the fabric that they've used, the colour in the background for the winter one. Even though we don't get snow here, it's still, you know.
But we still get snow in Australia.
Yeah, we still get snow in Australia and stuff. Yeah, and I've never actually seen snow, but I got that one.
No, neither have I.
And the summer one, which was really good because it didn't actually have no against 4th of July, because a lot of this stuff is done in America, so we find it really
around American
summertime,
holidays and stuff.
So I got this one because it doesn't have any of the Liberty stuff in it, because we don't have that here. So
no, that's
so it's silly to have it when we don't have it here. Like, some of them I would stitch because they're really nice, and I'd probably just change the colours up.
So many, I think.
Yeah.
But we don't.
Yes, but I mean, I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with the idea of changing charts and stuff like that to suit my needs, leaving things out. Like I said to you, if you really wanted to, you could change that chart
and collie birds
to calling birds, but you know, so the model was done on 30 count. I don't think I'll be doing it on 30 count linen. I'll be doing it on even weave or something along those lines. Maybe a 25 count. I don't know. We'll see.
Sure.
But yeah,
comfortable with.
Yeah, and then I seen these and it just jumped out at me. I don't even know why. I think it reminds me of a quilt, maybe. I don't know.
I can understand that.
Yeah, it's the Flourish series by Sampler Cove and called Dido. And I don't know if you can see that clearly or not, but I've got that. I don't know when I'm going to stitch this. I don't know. I just liked it. I think I just needed to have it in my stash.
Fair enough.
If I stitch it ever, maybe. I don't know. I just like it. I like the look of it. I probably will.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like flourishes.
I like it. I do like it. So, yeah. So, anyway, I got them from Nicole. And I also got... I'll just pop this over here and I'll sort all that out later.
Yes.
Put all these over here. So, all my receipts. And because I need to know where my money goes, I have to have my receipts there. And then the other week, as I said, I did a bit of a walk through that shop that I was talking about, and I got some different fabrics. So this one is an even weave Quakers cloth, 28 count. I got one of those. I got a Lagana 25 count. And I'm just going to, you know, find something and stitch on it. And this one is another Lagana 25 count. And this, so I love the colour of this one. And I'm thinking that I might actually do that sprig one on this one.
Oh.
And it's a Quakers cloth. So I'm not too sure what the difference is because they look very similar to me. Although this one, the Quakers cloth actually looks a little bit tighter than the 25 count. So I'm guessing that might be up a... Well, it's 28 counts, it's up a little bit, but yeah. Anyway, I'll give it a go, see what happens. Yeah. So I got those, and that came from Ace Drapers. And then the other week, this was a few weeks ago now, I was binge watching Two Martini Stitcher. As you do, you know, when you're stitching away, you binge watch all these Flosstubes, and I just love her channel, so I go and visit it very often. And she... pulled up some stuff that she had got, and I just fell in love with it. As soon as I seen it, I'm just like, I'm going to buy them. So I paused her and I went and bought them. So
there and then.
They're pretty much there and then. So a couple of them are ink circles, and one is a Rosewood Manor pattern. And I don't know what this one is. Oh, tribal, that's right, the tribal, that's, yeah. So these all came from 123 Stitch. I was just looking, sorry, I was looking for the receipt then. These all came from 123 Stitch. And this has come from 2 Flosstubes.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is 2 Martini Stitcher. Yes. Love her channel. Love Erin, she's great. Oh, my type of girl. Okay, so she bought these as well. So it's from Ink Circles, and this one's called Tapestry, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm actually going to do these as cushions.
Okay.
For my stitchy room.
Yes.
So these are actually going to get stitched, and I'll probably start them in the next couple of months. So maybe the new year, they might be a New Year stitch. So yeah, so I've got that one. And then the other one was the Quaker Geometric Puzzle. So I just love this. I just love it. I've seen a couple of free similar ones on Pinterest.
Okay. Yep.
And I've just absolutely fell in love with them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so, and then this one popped up, and because I got to see the colours of it, because the ones that I've seen, they've not been coloured charts and stuff like that. And I'm just like, you know what? I have to get it. So I got it, and I just love it. And that is probably, these two will probably get started around the same time, and I probably even might do that flourish as well as a New Year stitch.
Oh, yeah.
And then I can have a set of 3 cushions and just turn them into cushions. Like, I'm not going to frame them to put them on my wall or anything like that. They're not that sort of piece to me. But like, just look at the detail in that one. That is just amazing.
That's nice.
Yeah, I love that. So I've got that one, those 2, and they're going to be cushions. And then I do, like, my husband's not religious, my family's not religious or anything like that, but I have always really loved crosses and different crosses, Celtic crosses and stuff like that. Like the real more ancient they are, the more I like them.
Yep.
So to speak. Yeah.
I've always been like that too.
Yeah, like
I've always been fascinated with them.
So I love the symbolism of them and all that sort of stuff. And I know that they've all got religious connotations and stuff like that, but that's not why I like it. And I've just, when she held this up, I think she was going to do it for a mother-in-law or parents or something along those lines. Sorry if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think that's who she said she was going to do it for. When I seen this, I just love them. They're very, they're old school crosses, and they're just, they're very geometric and stuff like that, and they are just absolutely beautiful. Like, they are gorgeous. Absolutely. And this is by Rosewood Manor, and their website is rosewoodxstitch.com. And this is from 2013, this pattern. And there's a whole list of other stuff that they have on the back of this pattern that I'm just reading through. You probably see me reading through. And she says, the artist was I was inspired to create this sampler after seeing so many lovely crosses in everything from jewellery to wall pieces of all kinds of crosses in churches that I have visited. So why they do have religious connotations and stuff like that, I just love them. I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. And again, that will probably get made into a cushion. I don't think that would be a very difficult stitch to do, because they're just like, you know, small little pieces in there and stuff like that. And I just love it. So thank you, Erin from Two Martini Stitcher. I thank you for adding to my stash. So yeah. So then I was watching Carla from Colour Bean Crafty. Yes. and she has been doing a fabulous job on all of her project bags and all the rest of it, and we're doing a little bit of problem solving with needles and stuff like that. She's absolutely smashing them out at the park. Well done, hun. Well done. And if you haven't watched Carla Being Crafty, head over and watch her. And same from Two Martini Stitchers. You'll be laughing and having a good time. I'm telling you now. I just love watching those girls. Well, Carla did a cat, and it's a tribal cat that she done. It was out of stock, so she told me where she got it from. I went over there, they're out of stock, so I couldn't get it. But then I was perusing and I come across the tribal dragonfly. So I purchased that, and I put my name down on the wait list for the tribal cat. So this one is going to also be a cushion for my bed with the cat.
Yes.
And basically, I'm actually going to do how Carla did it with variegated thread. It looks really, really nice.
Oh,
so if you haven't watched Carla, head over to her channel. I think it was number 3 or 4 that she finished the cat, and she showed it in a couple of her earlier ones, and I think it was about the fourth one that she finished it, and she turned it into a cushion as well. And I think they're cute. Like, they're not overly hard. It's just a geometric pattern.
Do you know what?
A tribal pattern. Yeah.
I was looking over the weekend, and I come across the tribal ones.
Yeah.
These ones.
Yeah.
Range.
There you go. That is funny. So we've got very similar taste in that sort of stuff. So so they all came in from 123 Stitch. I ordered them weeks ago. They took a while to get here, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
But the first lot of all the other stuff got here really quick.
Yeah.
And this one took a little bit longer. Maybe because it was bigger. I don't know. But anyway, that is my haul from this last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have been busy shopping. Some of that stuff was
but you've shopped a while
ago. Yeah, some of them were quite some time ago. I know that 123 Stitch was from ages ago. Like that was that. Yeah, and that came in while I was away, so it would have been about 3 weeks prior to that. So yeah, so it's like, while it seems like I'm shopping and just going crazy, I'm not. It's just that they take ages to get to us here. Some places can take up to 5 weeks to come from the US. It's unbelievable sometimes. So while we're talking about haul and everything like that, the beautiful Nicole from Journey of a Stitcher, while I was away, sent a lovely email to offer all our viewers, international, both domestic and international, a 15% discount until the 30th of September. Okay, and it is a 15% discount, and from all orders over $25. So that's domestic or international, and all you have to do, it is amazing. I'm so thankful for that. I sent her a lovely email just saying thank you so much. It wasn't expected. We do appreciate it.
We didn't expect it at all.
No, I mean, we just love shopping with Journey of a Stitcher because her customer service is awesome.
Yes.
She's product knowledge is awesome. She knows what's coming out. She knows where to get stuff from, and it's absolutely amazing. So she wanted to offer all our viewers on Flosstube the discount at her Etsy store, and we'll leave a link down below where her Etsy store is. But if you've got a pen, you need to grab it right now, and you need to write down this code. It is DD1515 off, OFF, all in capital letters. Okay, put that in when you check out, and you will get over $25. You will get a 15% discount, and that is open to all customers, both domestic and international. So get shopping, people.
Yeah,
get shopping. Get your floss. She's got Weeks Dye Works, and she's also got what's the other one that I use? Colorworks. And she's got another range, which it's eluding me the name of it at the moment, but she has got a ton of different charts in there. As I said, I got the Flourish from her, and the Cricket collection, I got all 4 of them from her as well. And you can also, last time I checked, which was before I went away, she did have the seasonal collections for our stitch along, because we're also doing the summer, winter, autumn one of those as well as a stitch along. So we'll start them at the beginning of each season. Shopping, the code is DD, so there's no S, just DD 15 off. Okay, and that's for orders over 25, and it's valid to the 30th of the 9th, so 30th of September.
And that's $25 Australian.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably a little bit less for our American, unless it converts. I don't know. So yeah, So over $25, 15% off. Go get shopping. There's some good charts on there.
Yeah.
I've got my wish list is huge.
have to go check it out.
Yeah,
I haven't been over there for a little bit.
Yes. So that is our haul. That is our viewers discount today. Thank you so much to Nicole from Journey of the Stitcher. We really do appreciate that. As I said, you will find all the links down. Anything we've talked about today, where we found them, or anything like that. I will actually check and see if Nicole has those ink circle ones that I got from 123 Stitch and you might be able to get them from her and you get a discount. So so I will check out what she's got and leave the links down below for that. If I can't find them in her store, I will send her a message and see if she can't get them. And I mean, you may as well get a discount while you can.
Yeah.
That. So Nicole, I've got a feeling you might be very busy. Alrighty. Get in quick, get that stuff in. A few people asked where we got the cups from. If you go to our Etsy store, you can actually find our cups over there on Etsy, and it has, so let's get started, SEW, not SO, like our cups have got. We've changed them up a bit.
These are the prototypes.
Yeah, prototypes that we stuffed up. That we wrecked.
That's why they're ours.
Yeah, that's why they're ours and they weren't available to anybody else. So you can get them over there, and we've got some Flosstube ones in the works at the moment, so you'll have to keep an eye out for that. But we have a new segment in our Flosstube.
Yeah, we do.
It's called Mailbag, is what it is.
Mailbag.
Yeah, mailbox, mailbag, whatever you want to call it.
Let's go with mailbag.
Yeah, mailbag. Yeah, it's the mailbag. So we have been so blessed with the support that we have got from other Flosstubers, new Flosstubers, older Flosstubers. It's just been absolutely amazing, and the community is just bursting with love. Like they're really
an amazing community.
Really caring. You get the odd one or two people, but more people that watch, not actual Flosstubers themselves, that, you know, might give you a hard time or whatever because they don't quite understand what they're watching, which is fair enough. But as a whole, the community is absolutely amazing. I've met some amazing people and I've started conversing with them. I'm watching some amazing people as well, some new Flosstubers, and you can see their personalities starting to develop and come out. As you will notice, Bec is getting more confident in talking and stuff like that, because it is hard to talk to a camera. People don't realise how hard it is. But yeah, I've been watching some amazing people, and one of the amazing people that I've been watching is Stitching with My Bestie, and it's Gina and Tina, and they are just a hoot. Like, they crack me up every time I watch it. I'm like, it feels like I'm having a cup of coffee with them, and we're just having a giggle together, and they've got a wicked sense of humours, and they do some beautiful work. And they have come over and visited our channel, and basically the other day there was parcels here, and Bec didn't open any of the parcels, didn't even look who they were from. She just put them in the pile while I was away. And while I was away, a parcel came in. Actually, 2 parcels came in while I was away. And this came from Tina at Stitching with My Bestie, and I'll just stick my hand in there. And it's still got this beautiful card that she sent with a little note in it, and I'm going to read it out to you. She said, I just wanted to thank you for the wonderful tutorials that you provide, and I'm making a project bag with the French seams like crazy. Saw you were doing this pattern and wanted to give you the rest. Happy stitchings, blessings, Tina of Stitching with Bestie. So that was really beautiful.
That was lovely.
Basically what she has done, she has gone out and got us, as you know, we were stitching the spring from seasonal celebrations from Country Cottage Needleworks, and she's gone out and got us the whole set. So we have now got the whole set. We just want to say thank you so much. So unexpected. Such a beautiful surprise.
When Nicole opened it, it was like, oh my God. She was gobsmacked, and then she showed me and went,
yeah, I'm not often rendered speechless, but this actually rendered me speechless.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for going to that trouble of posting it to us, because I know that it's not cheap to post to Australia. No. So that alone is just awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you.
Gesture.
It is beautiful. Thank you. I'm glad that you're enjoying our tutorials, and you're actually making some of the bags. They're such a quick bag to make, and it keeps all your stuff safe and sound, and you don't lose anything, and you can have everything in there. So and for those that are wondering what the tutorial is, if you just go back onto our channel, it's the large project bag, and there's also one with the lace zip, which is this one here. Okay, so there's 2 there. They were the live tutorials, so they're a little bit sketchy on the filming, but you get the gist of it and you can see exactly what I'm doing. But we just wanted to say thank you so much, Tina. That was absolutely, like, it just floored me. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. Yeah. Really, really do appreciate it. So you will see these lovely charts appearing all over our Instagram and our Facebook group. So, and here on Flosstube as well. So that was absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. We've set them aside, ready for our next stitch along, which is absolutely fabulous.
Yes, we're very excited now.
We are very excited. And as some of you may have known, it was my birthday not too long ago, and that was the reason that I was away, because my husband's birthday is this Saturday. So happy birthday to Brendan for Saturday. And mine was about 3 weeks ago on the 27th of August, and everybody in this house is having a birthday within 3 weeks of each other. So my 13-year-old started us off on the 8th of August, then I'm on the 27th, Brendan's on the 21st, the spring equinox, and then we've got Savannah on the 6th, and then we've got our Halloweenie, which is Mia. So that was what the trip was sort of about, and so we didn't exchange gifts or anything like that. But I come home to a beautiful gift in the mail from a lovely, beautiful, lovely lady that is always supporting me and always commenting, sometimes the first to comment on every video, has been there from the get-go in our Facebook group, has always got a kind word for everybody, is so talented beyond words. Like, she is across the board, from stuffed toys to handbags to quilts. She is very, very talented. She's starting to work out who it is.
Yeah.
So Liz Sawyer from the UK sent me a birthday gift. I was so blown away by it. Was not expected at all.
No.
So I come home to a lovely little birthday gift, and it is a daffodil one, and it's a bookmark. So I will be stitching that up, and I will be cherishing that for the rest of my days, because that is such a cute little bookmark, and I can't wait to do it. And she sent me a lovely card as well. And so happy birthday with all the candles. And I like how many candles there, because I don't like how many were on my actual birthday cake. So I love this card. So according to this card, I'm only 6, and I'm going to run with that. Okay. My maturity level's probably about that.
Sometimes. Okay, yeah.
I'd have to agree with that. Yes, I concur. So she sent me a lovely message in the card, and I just thank you, Liz. I really do love it, and I'm going to start that actually this weekend so I can use it. And I'm going to put a little label on the back of where it came from and everything like that. So yeah, and it is it's a counter cross stitch, and it's Ada cloth, and it's made in Scotland, and it's by Textile Heritage. So, and it's just daffodils, and it's very apt for this time of year because all the daffodils are out. So, yeah. And her grandkiddies are moving to Australia.
They
are. So I think they're moving to Sydney.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's Sydney. Yeah.
Yeah, so
from memory.
Yeah, so she's going to have her grandbabies living out here in the land of Oz. So that was our mailbag this week. So that was very exciting. Like, we don't expect to get things in the mail at all from people, and I don't expect to get birthday presents, and nor does Bec, and all the rest of it. So you actually just floored us this week when we opened up their parcels.
Yeah, we were gobsmacked.
So it was, So basically,
two Australian girls doing our thing,
talking about cross stitch and quilting and all the rest of it. So it was absolute. I love this winter one. How gorgeous is that? Look how cute that is.
That would have to be.
That and the autumn one are probably my favourites. I like the spring and summer, but
actually,
they would be my favourites.
I like the summer and the winter.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So there's the winter. Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
I love the bees in the summer one.
It's awesome.
So cute.
So that, like I said, we had a lot to get through today. That is our mailbag. That is our new segment. Obviously, that when that happens, we'll have that segment in. But that's pretty much it from us today. We're going to keep the day going with some stitching today to catch up on some of the things that we need to catch up on, because
time to get stitchy.
Yeah, we're going to have a good stitching day today. I've got about 3 or 4 hours before the kids come home, and then I don't actually have to do anything until 5 o'clock when I take Neroli off to dancing. So I'm going to get a good 6 or 7 hours in of stitching today, because I haven't stitched for a couple of weeks. So that'll catch me up where I want to be. I might even get my harvest nearly done today as well. So
that'll be exciting.
Yeah. So as always, keep stitching, and we will see you again next week. I'm hoping that Bec will be here. She couldn't actually answer me because we've got school holidays coming up. So I'm still going to do Flosstube next week, even if Bec isn't here.
I do have to go drop Talon off to her limousine cattle camp.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's got that coming up, hasn't she? Is that on Thursday?
That starts Thursday, so I have to drop her off there. So I'll work out what time that is, and hopefully I can be back in time.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's over.
We can do it a bit later anyway. So hopefully Bec will be here. Anyway, even if she's not, I'll still be here, and I can entertain you, and you can see how crazy I am when I'm here by myself.
On our own.
That should be interesting. Anyway, that's it from me, and that's it from Bec, and we will see you again next week. So happy stitching, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.